Okay, so now we've made it to the next section where we're going to talk about the array methods. Arrays have quite a few methods that you can use to help manipulate arrays. These are methods that you didn't write. So this goes back to the question that I want to ask you is, what is abstraction? Give me the answer in the comments below. So if you're new to this channel and you're not a part of the cohort, the curriculum is free. The link is in the description for you to follow along with the textbook if you would like. Okay, so now let's get into this section. Arrays methods. As with strings, JavaScript provides us with a useful methods for arrays. These methods will either alter an existing array, return information about the array, or create and return a new array. Common array methods. Here is a sample of the most frequently used array methods. More complete lists can be found here. So you can go here to the W3 Schools array methods or the MDN web docs. It gives you more exhaustive information than what we are presenting here. Now, to see a detailed examples for a particular method, control click or right click on its name to open the view in a new tab. If you want to open this interview in the new tab, we just gave you some instructions if you want to learn how to do that. Methods that return information about the array. This is a breakdown. You're going to use this right here. And the reason why I'm saying you're going to use this includes is because you're going to have to update some information in your code. Like for instance, if you're looking for when you create in React, you're creating some type of software where you need to update the links or the paths or something like that, and you are searching array and you want to include certain things in that particular update or that new method or new function that you're creating. You're going to use this a lot, so get familiar with includes. And it comes down to really when you think about the path of a URL. Array, and so here's the syntax. Array name dot includes, and then you're going to pass it the item. Checks if an array contains a specified item. That's what it does. It's just doing a check for you. And then this is what it's going to return once it finds it. If it's not there, it won't include it. Dot index of method. Here's an array name, whatever the array name is, which is an object. And we're getting access with the dot modifier here. Index of item. It says returns the index of the first occurrence of an item in the array. If the item is not in the array, -1 is returned. There we go. They got that -1 there. It doesn't exist. It went through the whole entire array and it's not there. And remember, it returns the index of the first occurrence. So like I said, if I have like LaunchCode, we know it has 2 A's in it. Is that right? At LaunchCode, what it has 2 of? Well, in LaunchCode, we know we have 2 C's. That's what I'm saying. We have 2 C's in LaunchCode. And when you do the index of, it's going to return the occurrence of the first one, which is the first C, which is in the word launch. So that's what that's good for. That's what it does. Now, we'll show you the use cases of what you may want to use that for, but that's what it does. Get familiar with it. Methods that rearrange the entries to an array. We have the reverse and we have the sort. Here are the actual syntax of it: an array name, reverse, and a sort. We're going to use this. We're going to show you how to use this. So it's important that you read up on the description. Methods that add or remove entries from an array. We're saying entries now. Understand things that are, you need to add things. This is what I was talking about, an empty array. We're going to show you why you may use an empty establish or initialize a variable as an empty array, because later you're going to store stuff into it. And these are the methods that's going to allow you to put things into an array or take things out of an array. It can, like I said, add or remove. So get familiar with pop, push, shift, splice, and unshift. Look at the description of them. It gives you the syntax on how to use them. Again, I always recommend play around with the code. Methods that create new arrays. We understand the how to concatenate. We'll use concat method, join, slice, and splice, and split. Notice here, splice and slice. Get familiar with those two methods. They can be very confusing, but pay attention to the description on what each one does. So I'm going to leave this up to you to kind of, go through these. Take some time. Go through them. Then check your understanding. Okay, so now we made it to the end of this particular section. And I just want to make sure you take some time to go through these charts that we gave you. Understand what these particular methods do and how to work with them. You're not going to have a full understanding of them. Well, that's not what the whole purpose of this is. It's just to introduce it to you, because later on we're going to apply them as we go further. It's going to help you with your assignments. Okay, so now we made it to the end of this particular section. Remember, the more you do, the more you improve. See you in the next section.